'neath the ash a living promise breathed. Though every comforter had turned to leave, my skin knew sorrow, my bones knew night. But faith held one bright line of light. I did not understand the bitter air, or why my grief was answered there. Still grace remained when explanations failed, a quiet hope that would not be veiled. My Redeemer lives above the dust, when all I hold is fragile trust. He will stand when my strength is gone, and call renewal from the dawn. I have sat where words become too small, where friends speak loudly and miss it all. I have counted lost by breath and bone, and felt the ache of being unknown. Yet deeper than the wound I see, a living Savior speaks for me. Not death, not ash, not final stone can claim the heart He calls His own. My Redeemer lives above the dust, mercy stronger than the things that rust. Hope is not buried with my pain. Light will rise through the broken plain. Grace will answer what I cannot name. Faith will stay through loss and flame. My Redeemer lives above the dust, and I will see the one I trust. Let the questions keep their trembling sound, I will place them on holy ground. Let my body weak and still I know the living one will not let go. From the soil of deepest cry, He will lift my gaze on high. My Redeemer lives above the dust, mercy stronger than the things that rust. Hope is not buried with my pain. Light will rise through the broken plain. Grace will answer what I cannot name. Faith will stay through loss and flame. My Redeemer lives above the dust, and I will see the one I trust. Ash may settle, dust may fall, but the living Christ outlasts it all. Renewal whispers through my tears. My Redeemer lives beyond my years.
The window next door can turn into a mirror, showing hunger I never named. Grace taps gently on my wanting, and light exposes what I claimed. I have measured my own blessing by the furniture of another room. I have let a borrowed longing steal the quiet from my bloom. Faith is not a restless grasping. Hope is not another's goal. Coveting makes the heart a tenant in a house it cannot hold. Call me back from endless wishing, back to gratitude and breath. Teach desire to bow to mercy, turn comparison from death. Give me enough in the life you placed in my hands. Give me peace that does not wander through another person's land. Renewal cleans the eyes of envy, grace restores the daily bread. Light returns to what you've given, and faith is full where thanks is fed. Bless the neighbor you have favored, bless the joy I did not earn. Let their harvest not accuse me, let their table help me learn. There is room in your abundance, there is mercy in my share. I can celebrate another without losing what is there. Loosen fingers trained by lacking quiet all the hidden ache. Let contentment be a garden where my anxious roots can take. Hope can live in unpossessing, faith can praise without demand. Grace can make the heart a homeland in the life beneath my hand. Give me enough in the life you placed in my hands. Give me peace that does not wander through another person's land. Renewal cleans the eyes of envy, grace restores the daily bread. Light returns to what you've given, and faith is full where thanks is fed. The window next door keeps shining, but it does not have to own my view. I receive my portion gladly and make my gratitude new. Belief became a road beneath my hands, a way to serve in unimagined lands. I heard your promise stretching past my size, calling small obedience to rise. Not for my glory, not to own the flame, but to move with mercy in your name. Grace made my ordinary moments bright, and faith stepped forward into wider light. You went to the Father, yet you draw us near, leaving us courage stronger than our fear. The work is yours, but you invite our feet. Renewal moves through every life we meet. In your name, faith reaches farther. Hands become doors for living water. Hope does more than dream or wait. It walks through love and opens gates. Grace is the power, light is the sign. Your mercy flows through hearts like mine. In your name, faith reaches farther. Following Jesus, serving harder. I used to think the call belonged to few, but you gave every dawn a work to do. A word, a piece, a meal, a patient ear, a quiet prayer that pulls somebody near. Greater works are not allowed to stage. They are your love released from age to age. They heal the room and lift the unseen. They plant your kingdom in between. Let my ambition bow to your command. Let compassion guide my hand. Let every gift be clear and clean. If you can use this fragile clay, then send me humbly through the day. In your name, faith reaches farther. Hands become doors for living water. Hope does more than dream or wait. It walks through love and opens gates. Grace is the power, light is the sign. Your old self waits at a crossroad fading, still asking for the easier crown. But your voice is quietly persuading, lay the borrowed kingdom down. I have chased the mirror's hunger, called it freedom, called it mine. Now I hear a truer thunder, follow me beyond the sign. Deny the throne that makes me small, take the cross that makes me free. I do not understand it all, but your footsteps call to me. I lose myself and follow you, not into night, but into dawn. Every false desire you undo makes a deeper life come on. I lose myself and follow you, cross in hand and heart made new. Grace is stronger than my will, and I am finding life in you. Self can wear 1,000 garments, some are bright and some are thin. Still you see the hidden bargains that keep the soul enclosed within. Take the pride I call protection, take the fear I call control. Lead me in your resurrection, make obedience make me whole. Where the narrow road begins, let my answer not delay. You have conquered death and sin, I can trust the costly way. I lose myself and follow you, not into night but into dawn. Every false desire you undo makes a deeper life come on. I lose myself and follow you, cross in hand and heart made new. Grace is stronger than my will, and I am finding life in you. Not my applause, not my revenge, not my secret need to win. At the mercy-bearing edge, let a cleaner life begin. Take up the cross, take up the love, take up the path your feet have known. Under the promise from above, I will not walk this road alone. I lose myself and follow you, not into night but into dawn. Every false desire you undo makes a deeper life come on. I lose myself and follow you, cross in hand and heart made new. Grace is stronger than my will, and I am finding life in you. Lifted my eyes past the ridge of my limits, past the hill that looked higher than my strength could climb. The question rose honest, and my breath was caught within it. Where will help come from in this uneven time? Not from the mountain itself, not from the shape of stone, not from my practiced courage or the plans I call my own. Grace answered from the Maker, who formed the earth and sky, and hope stood up within me as faith began to rise. Heaven is not distant, earth is not alone. The one who made them both can guide me safely home. My help comes from the Maker of all. Light over the ridge when my footsteps fall. Grace for the valley, renewal for the climb. Hope that arrives in appointed time. Faith lifts its eyes when the shadows call. My help comes from the Maker of all. I have leaned on little pillars that were never meant to hold. Success that bends with weather, approval bought and sold. But the Maker is not shaken by the trembling of my day. He knows the dust he fashioned and the road beneath my way. Yeah. voice is weary, you hear the smallest sound above me and beneath me, before me and behind. Your help is not a rumor, it is strength my heart can find. My help comes from the maker of all, light over the ridge when my footsteps fall. Grace for the valley, renewal for the climb, hope that arrives in appointed time. Faith lifts its eyes when the shadows call. My help comes from the maker of all. Heaven and earth are held inside your call. My help comes from the maker of all. I stopped dragging the mountain after hearing you speak. All my striving grew quiet, all my anger turned weak. I had named every worry like a debt I had to pay, but your kindness met me on the work-worn way. The yoke you placed upon me did not bruise or chain my soul. It joined my steps to yours and made my scattered pieces whole. Grace was not a lighter task to prove that I was strong. It was you beside my weakness, keeping time inside the song. Teach me how to move with you, not ahead and not behind. Faith becomes a resting place for the labor of my mind. Your burden rests like mercy on me, light as the dawn on a quiet sea. Hope in the wait I no longer fear. Renewal breathing because you are near. Grace in the pace of a heart set free. Your burden rests like mercy on me. I thought peace was waiting past the finish line of gain, so I ran through my own spirit like a field in need of rain. Then you called me from the edge of all my overburdened plans with a patient invitation and a scar within your hands. Now the light is not just daylight, it is trust within my chest. A holy kind of courage that can work and still find rest. The road has not grown empty, but the load has changed its name. For love has touched the shoulder where I used to carry shame. Easy does not mean there is no hill to climb. It means the master walks in measured time, and every step I feared would break me down becomes a place where mercy can be found. Your burden rests like mercy on me, light as the dawn on a quiet sea. Hope in the wait I no longer fear. Renewal breathing because you are near. Grace in the pace of a heart set free. Your burden rests like mercy on me. Faith learns to breathe where my striving used to be. your burden rest like mercy on me. When harm arrived wearing borrowed names, it left its fingerprints on quiet frames. I carry questions folded in my coat and swallowed words that crowded up my throat. But you were working under every loss, turning deep winter toward a harvest cross. Grace was not absent in the bitter store. Faith kept breathing on the cellar floor. I could not see the good while pain was loud. I only saw the shape of one dark cloud. Yet light was gathering where I could not trace. Renewal had a hidden resting place. What was meant to break me, you made a door. What came as hunger became something more. Hope set a table where the famine stood. You took the wound and meant it unto good. Not every scar has lost its voice, but mercy teaches it to rejoice. What was meant to break me, you made a door, and grace walks through to restore. I will not worship the hands that tried to harm, nor let revenge become my guarding arm. You taught my sorrow how to bless and give. You showed me broken fields can live. The prison, the pit, the stranger's land were not beyond your steady hand. When I could only count the years of pain, you were storing bread against the rain. So I forgive without pretending it was small. I bring the truth and lay before you all. You do not call the evil beautiful. You make the future purposeful. You gather fragments, bone and seed, and feed the very mouths in need. What was meant to break me, you made a door. What came as hunger became something more. Hope set a table where the famine stood. You took the wound and meant it unto good. Not every scar's lost its voice, but mercy teaches it to rejoice. What was meant to break me, you made a door, and grace walks through to restore. I leave the ending in your hands. Light can rise in foreign lands. Faith survives the midnight floor, because you made from harm a door.
Justice rises like bread in patient hands, not rushed by pride, not bought by gold. In the square where the lonely stand, let the truth be brave and bold. Weigh the word before it leaves us, weigh the heart that hears the plea. Righteous mercy, come and teach us how to judge and still set free. Give me eyes that do not hurry, give me ears that will not close. There is someone under worry, waiting where compassion goes. Let the poor be held in righteous light. Let the needy know their name. Where the scales have leaned from right, let your mercy break the shame. Let the poor be held in righteous Let the low be lifted near. Speak with wisdom, stand with grace. Make the path of justice clear. Not every wound is loud in public. Not every hunger has a sign. Somebody's rent becomes a verdict. Somebody's hope waits in line. Lord, keep my tongue from easy thunder. Keep my judgment clean and slow. Place my comfort gently under those who need a place to grow. If my table overflows, let it learn a wider reach. If my silence starts to close, give my heart a truthful speech. Let the poor be held in righteous light. Let the needy know their name. Where the scales have leaned from right, let your mercy break the shame. Let the poor be held in righteous light. Let the low be lifted near. Speak with wisdom, stand with grace. Make the path of justice clear. Plead the cause not for display, not to win a passing crown. Walk beside the narrow way where the proud refuse to bow down. Give us courage without cruelty. Give us firmness without stone. Teach our city holy beauty. No one left to ache alone. Let the poor be held in righteous light. Let the needy find a friend. Where the scales have leaned from right, let your steady kingdom mend. Let the poor be held in righteous light. Let the low be lifted near. Speak with wisdom, stand with grace. Make the path of justice clear. We did not carve our breath from the morning. We did not teach the dust how to rise. Before we knew the names of our longing, the Maker held our days in His eyes. He is God, not an echo of our choosing, not a shadow shaped by human hands. And every proud illusion we were using falls before the shepherd who understands. Know Him in the waking, know Him in the rest. Faith is recognition of the one who knows us best. We are His, and His pasture is wide. Grace at the gate, hope at our side. Light on the hills where the tended ones go. Renewal in waters that quietly flow. Made by His mercy, kept by His care. We are His, and His pasture is wide everywhere. I have tried to claim myself as the author, tried to bless the path I made alone. But my wandering only moved me farther from the voice that calls me as His own.
in peace beneath the holy name. Not ourselves, but lovingly made, not forgotten, not misplaced. In the field of his keeping, every fear is faced. Let the flock remember, let the grateful sing. We belong to mercy, and mercy is our King. We are his, and his pasture is wide. Grace at the gate, hope at our side. Light on the hills where the tended ones go. Renewal in waters that quietly flow. Made by his mercy, kept by his care. We are his, and his pasture is wide. Everywhere faith finds its home, where the shepherd will guide. We are his, and his pasture is wide. A coat became a hymn when it crossed another shoulder. A cup became a chapel in a hand that felt unseen. The hallway by the sickbed grew quieter and older, yet light was there, arriving in a kindness small and clean. I thought I would find Jesus where the holy lamps were burning, but grace was in the visit. No one posted, no one praised. Faith began to recognize the Lord in human hurting. Hope was not a feeling, it was love that stayed. When I came near the lonely, when I sat beside the pain, you were there receiving every mercy done in your name. I met you in the place where mercy moved, in the cold and in the wound, light in the prison, grace in the room, renewal like flowers where compassion bloomed. Hope wore a coat, faith took the time. I met you where love crossed the line. The hungry do not need my speech before they need my table. The sick do not need distance wrapped in elegant concern. The captive needs a presence, steady, prayerful, and able to say that human dignity is not too late to learn. So let my worship lead the pews and walk the needed mile. Let my hallelujah have a towel, a chair, a smile. For service is not lesser than the songs I bring to you. It is music made visible with hands becoming true. In the forgotten doorway, in the fevered afternoon, in the silence after judgment, love can enter any room. Make me brave and gentle, make me faithful, not admired. Let your mercy be the motion that my careful heart acquires. I met you in the place where mercy moved, in the cold and in the wound, light in the prison, grace in the room, renewal like flowers where compassion bloomed. Hope wore a coat, faith took the time. I met you where love crossed the line. Every humble visit became praise to you. I met you in the place where mercy